talking of kind of full circle, last Streisand, she also visited the set, didn't she?
Yes. Yes, that was incredible. I mean, I think I held my breath for 10 minutes while she was there. I mean, she is lovely, and, you know, she's just an incredible woman. And the truth is throughout her whole career, she really had a hand in every single detail. And I really admire that about her. And when she came on set, she was so lovely and so warm to all of us. And she watched a little bit of the, you know, earlier edits of the film, and it was spectacular.
And we've got a great picture of the two of you together. It's like Diva squared.
Oh, wow.
Was that before?
That's before.
That's before, yes.
That's the first time you met her, right?
Yeah, we had dinner together at her house.
Yeah, of course you had. I've eaten her dinner. The transformation is extraordinary in here, and a bit like keeping the accent up all the time. Did you keep the teeth in all the time?
Crazy. Yeah, I had his teeth in because he has an overbite, a massive overbite, which he never wanted to mess with because he has 4-octave range that he said, I'm not screwing with this at all.
Wow.
Right, yeah. So I had these teeth made. I was like you, I enjoyed it so much. I'm not a method actor.
I'm a method actor, so let's stop talking down method actors.
Okay. I have no problem with it. I'm just saying I'm not. It's for the purpose of explaining the story.
Okay, fine.
I've worked with method actors that I absolutely adore, and we can go on about that. I'll tell you about this.
Yeah, do.
Right now.
So you kept your teeth in.
I kept my teeth in because I never get a chance to end every sentence with darling and dear, and Freddie does, and that's quite nice. It's nice being... I'd rather be Freddie Mercury for most of the day than be Rami Malek. You know what I mean?
No.
I know what you're saying by that, and I appreciate it.
The director, Yorgos Lanthimos, I mean, actually, Kira, you've talked on the show about doing sex scenes and how embarrassing they can be. With Yorgos Lanthimos...
I didn't have any sex scenes with Yorgos.
No. But he's directing them. Does he make them less embarrassing, more awkward, odder?
No, he's very... you have to feel safe to be able to do those things. You have to feel secure. The director, you have to trust them. And I trusted him completely. It was just all quite embarrassing.
Yeah, but you had a special thing to protect... Because Emma Stone, she was worried about you.
Yeah, well, she was... So Emma Stone had to finger me in order to sort of avoid finding anything that you shouldn't have found, because it's sort of under the sheets like that. And she said, I'm a little bit worried about... I mean, don't worry, I know. So I asked makeup department if they had a sponge. And so I put a sponge there. I said, it's all right, there's a barrier, you'll be fine.
Finger sponge.
It was a big, wet sponge. So...
Have you made up this story afterwards?
No! Her face was a picture. She was going up my leg and she went... Oh, it's a sponge, it's a sponge. She was...
So good.
And one of those beautiful women, your mother, she's got the +1 for the Oscars.
Oh, yes, absolutely. First time, of course, Mom is going.
And you've just done that lunch, that nominees lunch.
The Oscar nominee luncheon.
Is there a lunch? Do you eat?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. And the dessert was delicious. It was the best part of the lunch. But it's actually a really wonderful event because they're smart to put only one actor at the table. So they have people from each category. He's been at the lunch.
Yeah,
so...
well, no, I missed the lunch.
Why did you miss the lunch?
I missed the lunch. I was working, yeah, so I missed the most fun bit.
I've never missed a lunch.
That's the...
We've got the picture. They take a picture whenever they do this. They take a huge picture of you all.
You can't even find me, I'm sure.
Oh, I did earlier. There you are.
Yes.
Just over there. And I always thought it was just a bun fight to find a place to stand, but apparently they tell you where to stand.
They tell you where to stand, and, you know, you stand for the introduction of every person, so we're there clapping. But you've been...
No, ma'am.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Awkward.
I mean, it's Sir Patrick
She knows I
Stewart.
haven't.
Yeah, didn't even look in your direction.
didn't bother. No.
There was a chance here, but... But the thing is, after the Golden Globes, you were talking about, you've been on shows like this, talking about how you've got this mad crush on Sam Elliott.
I do.
But now he knows. So
He does.
there he is. He's been placed quite far away from you.
They made sure I wouldn't accost him at the luncheon.
Listen, McCarthy.
Oh,
so,
God.
So these headshots, before we show them, how did these headshots happen?
First of all, I don't know how you got them because I literally thought I had the only 2 hard copies. And when you sent them to me, I was like, dear God, they're out there. I had just moved to LA. I'd only done theater in New York for a very long time. And I got my first commercial agent, which was like above a sandwich shop. It was very jinky. So he told me that I had to get character shots. And it's usually, I always found them silly because it's like, do you really, if you're going to play a cop, do you really need to see a picture of someone like in a cop jacket? But I'd been working at the Groundlings Theater and I was doing this weird character of this woman who like gave out cheese samples in a grocery store. And I was like, I'll do Carol. So I did like 2 weird characters that like no one is ever going to hire these women.
Who's the first one? The first one here.
Oh, God.
That's your headshot. It's your headshot.
That's what you look like when you've had sex with a dolphin.
That is post-dolphin sex. I am 26 in that picture, and I thought it was a great idea to put on a gray snarled wig and old lady glasses. I'm like, sure, who wouldn't hire her?
Well, I think people might hire her before this next woman.
I'm in like a full sweat.
Oh my God.
That is from Western Barbie. I took her hat and I took her.
That's a hat.
That's a hat. It's a cowboy hat from Barbie. and the boots are. I made earrings. I did a crafts project.
What's the thing about your daughter wanting to make you cry?
Oh, we were talking about what I do for a living, and I was explaining how I try to make I just make believe, like she does when she plays, and she's like, can you make yourself laugh? And I said, yeah. She goes, can you make yourself cry? And I said, yeah. And she goes, do it. Honestly, you gotta give me a story. So we made up a story, and I've done it before for people about sriracha. I don't want to go back into this, Graham, okay?
No.
No, okay.
What is
the
sriracha?
sriracha plant is, they're shutting it down because the fumes kind of go into the community. And, yeah. But I've done this. This is redundant now. It's really weird.
That was awesome.
Everyone's
I was believing what you were talking
completely
about.
weirded out. They're like, I
Wow,
don't
that's
trust
amazing.
her at all.
Yeah. They got paid to do something like that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
So
almost
she
kind of
made
creepy.
me. It is,
It's
right?
amazing.
You should be an actress.
I know.
Yeah, it's really good.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Why don't you say, I believe it was Michael brought up his chest. I did not bring up his chest. Because your chest, in Black Panther, we've got, this you in Black Panther. This caused a sensation. There was an orthodontist that came forward and said about this young woman who came in.
Yeah, this orthodontist had a patient, this girl who was watching Black Panther, and I guess during that scene, she had her retainers in and she clenched her jaw so tight that she broke her retainers. And that kind of went viral. And a buddy of mine had sent it to me like, hey man, have you seen this? And I was like, no, that's wild. How do you even do that? And so I sent her a DM. I was like, hey, I'm sorry, and I would love to, can I pay for your retainer or whatever? So I offered to pay for it. And she was like, no, that's why I have insurance. And she was a very proper answer. I was like, okay, cool. And she said, if you're ever in the Bay Area, just, let me know, and I would love to take a picture with you. And I said, okay, cool.